Hello and welcome to our video titled Freudian Iceberg Metaphor. My name is Ralph
and I am Basamuriki.
We are the third year students at the University of Goroka. What is Freudian Iceberg Metaphor? Freudian Iceberg Metaphor refers to an insecure self-expression, having mounted feelings more to express, but in silence can only photon through actions. External behaviors express speechless yet mount up values that cannot be fully expressed in words. A portrait of hidden values being externally showcases through characters where words as an instance can only express. Freudian iceberg metaphor is a visual representation of Sigmund Freud's model of human mind outlining the relationship between conscious, preconscious, and unconscious part of the mind. Therefore, this video presentation will be based on Freudian iceberg metaphor in accordance with Freud's broader theory of mind, highlighting the areas of conscious, preconscious, unconscious, and non-conscious mind, and how unconscious mind influences behaviors and personalities.
Freud's broader theory of mind. Freudian iceberg metaphor is a visual representation of Freud's broader theory of mind, or psychoanalytical theory. Generally, it provides a framework of understanding human behaviors, personalities, and mental processes. This theory mainly suggests that much of human behaviors is driven by unconscious forces and early life experiences. According to Bowlby, 1969, unconscious motivation and early childhood experiences are the fundamental to personal and psychological development. Thus, our stage-to-stage changes and development is reflective outcome of the progression in our mind.
Conscious, preconscious, unconscious, and non-conscious mind. Freud's broader theory of mind broadly emphasizes on three related levels or layers of the mind. These layers of the mind mainly influences much or all of the behaviors and personalities in life. Freud proposed that the human mind is structured into three levels: the conscious, preconscious, and unconscious, with unconscious being the most influential in shaping behaviors and personality. Western 1999 supports Freud's idea, adding that unconscious mental processes fundamentally influences decision-making, emotions, and interpersonal behaviors. Thus, mind is the influential drive to all behaviors and personalities. The functions of the layers of mind. Conscious mind, this is what we are aware of right now, like current thoughts and feelings. It was described by Freud, 1915, as the conscious mind, which made up of all the mental process of which we are aware, and this is seen as the tip of the iceberg. For example, the feeling of thirst at the moment and decide to get a drink. Preconscious mind, these are things we are not thinking about at the moment, but can bring into awareness easily, like a phone number or a memory. It exists just below the level of consciousness before the unconscious mind. The pre-conscious is like a mental waiting room in which thoughts remain until they succeed in attracting the eye of the conscious.
Unconscious mind. This is the biggest and most powerful part. It holds deep instincts, painful memories, and desires that we are not aware of but still affect how we think and act. According to Freud, 1915, the unconscious mind is the primary source of human behavior. Like the iceberg, the most important part of the mind is the part you cannot see. Non-conscious mind. These are the things that we are not aware of and yet to know or discover. This is represented by the water that surrounds the iceberg. However, apart from conscious, pre-conscious, and non-conscious mind, unconscious mind is the top influential drive to the behaviors and personalities. Behaviors and personalities are very important and should be guarded well. Unconscious mind influencing personalities. Personalities are mainly influenced by unconscious mind. Freud suggests that much of the personality is shaped by unconscious desires and early experiences that individuals are largely unaware of. Berg and Mostella, 2008, supports the idea saying, unconscious processes plays a significant role in shaping personality traits and patterns of behavior. According to Freud, personality is made up of three parts. These are always in conflicts, and these are ID, ego, and superego. ID is the instinctive, selfish part that wants pleasure right away, like a child demanding candy. Ego is the realistic part that deals with the real world and tries to balance ID's desire with what's possible. Ego is the influential part that gives peace between ID and superego. Superego is the moral part that tells us what's right and wrong, often learned from parents and societies. Because these parts are often in conflict, we feel anxiety. To protect us from anxiety, the ego uses defense mechanisms. These are mental tricks like denial, repression, putting thoughts out of our awareness, and projection, attributing our feelings to others. Valen, 1992, supports this idea saying the use of defense mechanisms significantly shape how individuals cope with stress and relate to others, contributing to enduring personality patterns. Personality traits and behaviors are shaped by how well the ego manages these internal conflicts. Thus, ego defense mechanism is a useful strategy to avoid personal anxiety. To conclude, Freudian iceberg metaphor is a visual representation of Freud's broader theory of mind that emphasizes more on the three layers of mind: conscious, pre-conscious, and unconscious, and how they influence behaviors and personalities. Unconscious mind is the main influential drive to personalities and childhood experience. Personality conflicts can only be controlled by ego defense mechanism. Mind is a powerful influencer to behaviors and personalities. Suggested recommendation: children must be raised up by biological parents rather than babysitters or family relatives.
Children must be confined to home environment, exposing less to the external environment with personality qualities.
For further insights on Freudian iceberg metaphor and how to understand how the human mind works on day-to-day basis, check out the reference and links provided. This brings us to the end of our video. Thank you all for watching and goodbye.